Hi guys. So we're gonna delete this player. Okay, we're gonna add assets to. I will have a link in the description of this sprite. Okay, of this sprite. Okay, if I go to sprite editor, as you can see. Okay, as you can see, I'm going to use this. Okay, so instead of using the square, we will use sprites. Okay, so what you need to do. Okay, right click on assets, create folder, call it sprites. Okay, call it sprites. And into that, just select all of the sprites and drag into that folder. Okay, I will have a link in the description of that sprite. You can go and check that out. Okay, you can do that. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna replace this square. Okay, replace this square with our real sprite. So what we know, firstly find the ideal one. Okay, ideal one with just standing. I guess ideal one is over here. So this is okay. Open up in sprite editor. Okay, click that sprite and open up in unity editor. As you can see. Okay, as you can see. So what we gonna do, we're gonna do select single to multiple. Okay, in the inspector, select single to multiple. Okay, and then filter mode to point no filter. Okay, point no filter, and then compression to none. Okay, compression to none, and pixel per unit select 16. Okay, pixel per unit select 16 and hit apply. Okay, and hit apply. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna slice this. Okay, this is a sprite sheet, so we need to make cut. Okay, make cuts or slice, you can say. Okay, what we're gonna do, slice over here, automatic to select by grid by cell count. Okay, grid by cell count, and count how many columns and rows it has. Okay, 3 3 6 9 9 and 10. So 10 columns and one row. So we're gonna put. Okay, we're gonna put 10 columns. Okay, 10 columns and one row, and then slice. Okay, slice, and then apply. Okay, it will cut off individual, it will separate individually. Now we can just, so select this square. Okay, select this square, go to sprite renderer. Over there, square, just drag the first one. Okay, drag the first one. As you can see. Okay, as you can see, uh, our player. Okay, what we're gonna do, we're gonna resize the box collider 2D. As you can see, it's not fitting up, it just a little bit different. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna make it size of this as sprite sheet. Sprite. Okay, we're gonna make size of it. Okay, so do this. Okay, and unedit. Okay, so this is pretty fine. We need to make prefab this. Okay, we need to make this prefab. So how to prefab is just copy of that object. Okay, like if you delete from the hierarchy, you won't able to get it back. So what we gonna do, we're gonna go to assets folder, right click, create and folder. Okay, name it that folder prefab. Okay, name that folder prefab, and drag the player over there. Now we have a copy of that object. Okay, and now if I delete from this hierarchy, okay, I can drag it to this in view again. Okay, this is the cool thing about prefab. Okay, we need to make we need to make prefab. Okay, we are going to make animation. Okay, animation, ideal animation. To do that, go to assets folder again, right click on that, create folder. Okay, name that folder animation. Okay, name that folder animation. Okay, into that folder, just wait. So into that folder, create another folder. Okay, into that folder, create another folder, name that folder to player animation. Okay, player underscore animation. Okay, player underscore animation. So what we gonna do, select the sprite. Okay, select the idle, this whole sprite sheet. As you can see, if I go to sprite editor, this whole sprite sheet. Okay, select from the first the idle 01 to idle idle 9, I guess. Select all of them by clicking shift and your left mouse button. Okay, and your left mouse button, select all of them and drag it to play on player. Okay, okay, and we will go to assets. Okay, assets, animation, and then player animation. We will call this to we will call this player. Okay, player underscore idle. We will call this player underscore idle. Okay, so so go to animation tab. If you can find the animation tab, go to window. Okay, general, and then you will able to find sorry, animation, and then animation over here, or control 6. Okay, so what we gonna so if I play, as you can see, if we really look close, as you can see, it's playing animation. Okay, it's playing, and the animation, idle animation. So if I go to animation folder. Okay, animation folder, over there, player animation. Okay, over there, this is looping, so we this should be true. Okay, it's true, by the way. And this is animator controller. As you can see, it has attached an animator component which is responsible for animating. Okay, which is responsible for animation. Okay, animation. And this is plus sign. Okay, so we need to do what we need to do, go to overrides and apply all. This will save in this will have a save in prefabs also. Into it will save it will change in the prefab as well. It will add the animator controller component to the player. Okay, that is what. Okay, so what we gonna do, we gonna create another animation whenever I play. We are moving. Okay, whenever we are moving, we going to we need to work animation, or the run animation should be implemented. Okay, as you can see, but when I press a key, it's not flipping. So we need to deal with that first. So what we gonna do, we gonna open the animator sorry, we're gonna open the player script once more. Okay, we're gonna open the player script once more to flip the character. Okay, loading that up. Okay, so just wait. uh, Actually, we need to wait. Just wait for the sound. Okay, just wait for the sound. Wait for the sound. Okay, it's about religion. Oh, sorry. So what we gonna do, we're gonna make a flip function. Okay, flip function. So I'm gonna explain first what is happening. So okay, I'm gonna make so over here, instead of making float movement, we're gonna make it to the top. What are we going to call, we're going to call it public. Okay, public float movement. Okay, public float movement. And then we're gonna set instead of, and then so we are setting movement equal to this. Okay, whatever input we get. If we get -1, if we pressing a key, this will be -1, movement will be -1. So minus, so this will go left. So I make it to the top, so you also have to do that. Okay, instead of making in locally. Okay, so I made it public to see what's happening. Okay, so if I control S on your keyboard and head back to Unity, you will able to see what's happening. Okay, so we need to deal with flipping. Okay, flipping the character to the left side and right side. Okay, so as we know, this is looking right direction, So we will by default going to set facing right to be true. Okay, so firstly I'm gonna play this. As you can see, movement is 0. If movement becomes lesser than 0, means -1. Okay, means -1. So we're gonna flip the character to the left side. Okay, we're gonna flip the character. As you can see, it's become -1. 1 When it's became 1, we're gonna flip the character right side. When it becomes -1, we're gonna flip to the left side. When we press the D key, it will be 1, so we will flip the character to the right side. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna go over to the script. Okay, over here we're gonna check that. Okay, so firstly we're gonna keep track of which direction we are looking. Okay, so let's say public. Okay, public, you can make it private instead of making public, but I'm gonna make it public for understanding. So public bool. Okay, this is will be to facing. Okay, we will call this facing right. Facing right. By default we are going to set it to true. Okay, as you can see, we are facing right. So we set that to true. Okay, we set that to true. So over here you will able to see that field facing right, which is checked. Okay, uh, as you can see, which is checked. Okay, so 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 we're gonna check, okay, each frame. So we are doing in update function, means we are checking each frame. So if we are facing right, okay, sorry, if movement, okay, movement is lesser than 0f. Okay, movement is lesser than means we are pressing the D key, which will go to left direction, right? If we press D key, A key, it will be -1. Okay, so it will go left. So what we are doing, so if this the case, and we are facing right. Okay, facing right. So what does this mean? Okay, so movement is -1, lesser than 0f means minus, so which -1, and we are facing right. Okay, that means we are no longer facing right. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna do transform dot Euler angles, okay, equal to new vector 3. Okay, vector 3, we're gonna do to -180. Okay, -180f to 0f. We're gonna flip the y position. Okay, we're gonna flip the character to 180 degree, means in the left direction, and we are no longer facing right, so we're gonna set facing right to false. Okay, facing right to false. If movement is lesser than 0. Okay, lesser than 0. Okay, lesser than 0 means we pressing the A key, so it will should face left direction, right? So that's why we are facing right, making false. We are no longer facing to the right direction. Okay, and we are rotating the character. Okay, if movement, if both of these condition are true, means we are pressing A key. If movement over here, okay, if we press A key, so movement will be -1. So this which is lesser than 0, which is lesser than 0. Okay, and we are pressing right. Okay, if we are pressing A key, which becomes -1, means lesser than 0, and if we are facing right, then what we are doing, we going to that component Euler angles, we are rotating the y axis. Okay, y is responsible for flipping the character. Okay, control S on your keyboard, and we are no longer facing right. Okay, so we are setting to false. So if we press, okay, if we press play, if we press A key, it will the movement will be -1. Okay, this will be -1, and facing right will be false, because as you can see, it's flips, and facing right became false. Okay, facing right became false. And then else if, okay, else if, let's say else if, else if movement, okay, movement is greater than 0f, means we are pressing the D key, okay, and and we are not facing right, means facing right equals false, okay, equals false. So what we are checking, if we are pressing a D key, movement greater than 0 means 1, which becomes ones, and ones means we are pressing the D key, okay, and we are not facing right, okay, we are not facing right. What we gonna do, we're gonna reset the position to 0, okay, transform, okay, transform dot Euler angles equal to new vector 3, okay, new vector 3, we're gonna set those to 0f, because and facing right will be true, okay, facing right will be true. So firstly what's happening, if we movement is greater than 0 means we are pressing the D key and we are facing the left side, okay, if we are pressing the D key and if we facing the left side, what we gonna do, we're gonna flip the character, we're gonna set the rotation to 0, normal, and facing right going to be true, okay, facing right going to be true. So if I play now, if I play now, you will able to see that, okay. So firstly over here, if we press a key, okay, this will be -1 or lesser than 0, -1 or lesser than 0, and if we are facing right, so if I press a key, it flips, okay, it flips, so facing right became false, because we the now facing this character facing left, okay. So if I press D key, movement will be greater than 0, okay, movement will be greater than 0, and we're gonna set the Y position to 0. As you can see, it's set it to 180. If we press the D key, it's become sorry, D key, as you can see, it's flip right and left, as you can see. So firstly what we are doing, firstly we are checking if movement is lesser than 0f, means we are pressing the A key, okay, A key, and we are facing right, we are pressing A key, and if we are facing right, so what we gonna do, a key means -1, we should flip the character to the left side, right. So we are just going to that game object Euler angles, setting the Y component to 180 degree, okay, so it's facing right. And else if the movement is greater than, means this character, okay, this character facing left, okay, facing left, and if you press D key, which will be 1, which should then player or the character should face in the right direction, right. So we are setting to the normal position. That's it, what happening over here, okay. If you confused about this, just comment below, okay, I will likely to reply you, okay, if you have any question regarding this, okay. If you didn't understand, okay, just let me know in the comment section, I will explain in or more in more detail, okay, more detail about this. And we also need to set up the run animation and the jump animation, okay. So what we gonna do, clear console the clear, I hope you are understanding this. So what we gonna do, we're gonna move this code into another function. So to make function we have to write void, okay, void, we will call this flip, okay, flip, we will call this flip, and put this total code, okay, whole code, control X for cut this and control V for pasting it. So we also need to call this function, we made the function, okay, made the function, we need to call the function. So we're gonna do like flip, sorry, flip, okay, flip. So this is the same thing, okay. So update function runs every time, so flip function will run every time, and it will check the movement what you are pressing. Okay, movement over here, this function over here checks what you pressing. If you are pressing a key, so this will be movement will be -1 or lesser than 0, right? And if you are pressing d key, it will be 1 or greater than 1. Okay, that's what this checks. This input dot get access horizontal. Okay, control s, the control s, and head back to unity. Okay, if you didn't understand, just comment below. I will teach you in more detail about this. Okay, flipping characters. So we don't need some things over here to make it public. I make it public for understanding. Okay, you don't have to do that. So what we gonna do, in the so we gonna implement the run animation. Okay, run animation, we will implement the run animation. To do that, go to sprite. Okay, sprites again, and find the over here run. Okay, run. Oh, I get this over here run. Okay, go to sprite editor. Okay, sprite editor, as you can see, this is run animation. What you need to do, go in the inspector. Okay, sprite mode to select multiple. Okay, pixel per unit, select 16. Okay, and then filter mode to point no filter, and compression to none. Okay, compression to none, and hit apply. Okay, and we need to slice that. Okay, so how many slice? Okay, automatic to select grid by cell count. Okay, so firstly select how many columns in there. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So 10 columns and one row. As you can see, one row and 10 columns. Okay, so we're gonna put 10 columns and one row. As you can see, it's match up, and then slice. Okay, and then slice, and then hit apply. Okay, and then hit apply. Okay, so select all of this sprite. Okay, select all of this by holding shift and left of your mouse button. Okay, and drag that onto player. Okay, drag that onto player. Okay, and then go to assets. We have animation folder. In animation folder we have player animation folder. Select that. We will call this player underscore run. Okay, and then save it. Okay, save it. So we have this player run. Okay, so if I select the player, go to animation, and select the player. Okay, you will able to see the select the run one. Okay, click there. Okay, and then run one. As you can see, it will run like this. Okay, so what we gonna do? Yeah, if we have overrides, we don't have. So so go to animator. Okay, so go to animator, we're gonna set parameters. Okay, we're gonna transition to this animation from player idle to player run, and player run to player idle. Okay, we will transition between this animation. Okay, we will do that into next video. Okay, this is for now. Okay, so if you are really like it the video and enjoy it and understand, so thumbs up that, hit the like button, and if you are new to my channel, then subscribe it. Okay, to get more about game development tutorials in near future. If you didn't understand anything like that, just comment below, or ask me, I will explain more about that. Okay, so lastly, thanks for watching. Okay, thank you.